All's Justice could have an open world similar to Spider-Man. The Plus Ultra 2 is really gone, or Viking is just really good at hiding stuff? Hey everyone, we're back. And before I start, I would like to thank two people. First one being Avatar Aya, and the second one, him Sama20. They are the two providers of those videos that you guys are seeing on the screen. And this time around, I wanted to discuss a bit more on how the game is going, what we have, theories, speculations, uh, everything that you guys already know. You guys can see that, yes, the video is accelerated, so we don't lose much time. There's gameplay for new characters. Yes, All Might, Mina, Kirishima, you guys are seeing on screen. There's nothing new. Sadly, there's nothing new. If you guys saw the gameplay from One's Justice, you guys already know how it is. And it's sad, man. It fucking sucks. We love Plus Ultra still. The animations, some of them are horrible. It drags for way too long. But it's not because it drags for way too long that you guys can't work on something. I wanted to start talking about the Plus Ultra in specific, because is it really gone though? I don't want to get anyone's hope high. I don't want to get my own hopes high. But truth be said, Todoroki is in the game. He has one Plus Ultra when in his normal form, and when he rises, he has another. And that could mean literally nothing. It's just maybe the main characters, they do have a different Plus Ultra when rising. Yes, that works, but and don't worry, I didn't came unarmed per se. There is a chance for a second Plus Ultra in the rising form for a very specific reason. You guys are seeing on screen. Well, we got two trailers for now. We have a cinematic trailer where it shows the story and all. We have Deku doing his famous punch against the Shigaraki. And we have another scene where Deku is doing the same punch. Yes, it's the same animation of his Plus Ultra 1. But what I mean, it's more about the camera angle. We have the vestiges of One for All. Again, don't get your hopes high. It's just speculation. But Todoroki exists. Deku exists. Todoroki has a different animation. Deku not so much. But it looks like it could work. Now we need to debunk some theory that I had in the last video. Yes, hawks, wings. That's it. At first I thought, oh, that's cool. Dabi has a meter. Hawks has a meter. Maybe he will lose feathers during the match. No, that's just his default model. It doesn't seem to be the case. You guys can see Jiro. She can actually switch stances. Jiro has a symbol under her guard. And what it seems to be, well, the stances seems to change the amplifiers that she has. You either have it on your ears or your hands. Something new, something interesting. The yellow attacks that we had now were degraded. Maybe not degraded to a counter attack. We don't know how it will work completely, but as for now, before we could use yellow attacks to extend the combos. Doesn't seem to be the case. It's a counter. If someone attacks while you are doing, you do a special animation. On the video we can see that at some point Mina uses the counter to finish her combo. So still a bit weird that they have a new input for the thing, but it's fine. I think we're going to have to see in game if it works in a good way or not. But the way that we used to do yellow attacks before was tilting the analogic and pressing square or X, depending on the controller that you play. Now it's the same input that we used for Plus Ultras. So I don't know. They can slide more combo in it, so maybe that's what is the intention. You slide more combos, you butcher a Plus Ultra. We can see twice rising, and his rising looks pretty dope. After he rises, the two supports characters that you brought to battle, they will be getting summoned as assistants, disappearing right after. It could be used for combo extenders. We will only know when we get to play the game for real. Maybe these assists are pretty ass and don't do anything and just disturbs your regular combo. But something new that they're for sure doing, we have more passive abilities. Especially on Rising, Twice has this whole mechanic of spawning clones all the time, which I assume that is automatic. And Dabi also has a similar passive where he just keeps summoning a bunch of fire all around the map. Shigaraki also with the decaying. So yeah, cool, interesting. The menu of the game commands looking extremely simplistic. Like, bro, what is that? You slide it down. There's not many inputs at all. Unblockable still the same. It's mostly the yellow attack that I honestly don't understand why they changed it. From what we can see of the gameplay, yeah, doesn't look like we have assists anymore. Whenever you click assist, well, it just change character. Which kind of starts making more sense because, well, it's a new entry. They made sure to let that very clear with the change in the title. While I kind of wanted to give some hope for Plus Ultras, intros and outros, sadly, I wouldn't say the same. They have a specific animation. The character is not just standing there doing nothing. But sadly, intros and outros with the references, cool animations, I think those are pretty much gone. And I posted a video today talking about Tokoyami, and guess what? We already have gameplay. Look at this, Black Abyss. This looks fantastic. He looks fast. And I really like the attention to detail. I don't know if it happened in the previous games, but Dark Shadow gets super wheezy whenever he suffers an attack. I find it cute. It's cool. Wanna play Tokoyami a lot. Momo seems to also be having a new Plus Ultra. Not the same. I still didn't understand what her Plus Ultra do. They do this 2 times in the video, and it does nothing. Like, she aims the cannon up, that's it. We can just see Tokoyami going reverie in the dark. This animation, my god. Aoyama playing the exactly same. We can see that the combos are much faster than they were in One's Justice, and One's Justice was pretty fast already. It's cool, makes the game dynamic. Not every character rising does something, but Kaminari seems to do. Whenever he rises, he kind of creates a bond with the enemy, and he keeps throwing some electricity. It feels like whenever it reaches a point of electricity, some stacks, he just stuns the enemy. You guys just saw that happening. Oh, how cool is that? Ida looking as cool as he could get. I swear. This costume compared to the first Ida's costume, it's just 2 completely different vibes. This is not the same man. Aoyama here to show us a primal example of how a Rising not necessarily needs to add something new. It probably just increases damage. We will have to see. But Kirishima Rising actually makes him immortal. We had this mechanic before with the Tetsu, but Kirishima seems to have that now. He blocks first and then he tanks full face. You are very annoying now, my guy. We also have some Zero action, playing exactly like Zero would play. And he can stuns? It's not a stun, you can move, but you can't use your arms. So, what? Zero could be a great character. So like, if you lock their arms, maybe the enemy just changed the character because they were pretty low on HP. Oh, guess what? They can't play the new character because you lock their arms. They either get punched to hell or they change characters and die with the other character. Interesting, huh? Koda and Uraraka just showing us new meters. Uraraka has a meter under her guard. We already know what that is. You remember the rocks that she used to stack in One's Justice? She can do this here still. And it's a counter to show how many rocks she has. I mean, if you kind of use your eyes, you can know how many rocks she has, so I don't know why that's necessary for her specifically, but okay. And someone that might actually need the meter, Koda. He has a meter for birds, pigeons, and honeybees. Wasps? I don't know. But he does have, seems to recover decently fast. Still something for you to watch out. We can also see Mina with that amazing Acid Man. Acid Man doesn't seem to do much. Probably increases her damage. Maybe it has like a fun passive that you can't really touch her, otherwise you take damage. But I like watching the movement because it's all wobbly and stuff. It looks like a slime creature. It's just a super funny. I love it. If you managed to watch until here, it's because you were curious. I talked about the open world, and yes, there is information. We have an open world. We knew that already. But they talk about on how we can swing it through buildings like Spider-Man. And if you didn't know, Horikoshi is a big fan of Spider-Man. So if he has his hands behind the curtains, maybe that's why they wanted to give that a special treatment. It's funny because every time that we talk about All's Justice, it has this stigma of let's not get our hopes too high. I wouldn't get my hopes too high for that either. They say that we can swing in the purest Spider-Man style using Black Whip. Is it really though? Or maybe it's that blend open world? They say that we can access combat modes on this type of hub. So maybe the swinging, it's nothing that crazy. For example, you need to get over a building, you aim up, you press one button, and he just slingshots himself up there. I don't think it would be anything on the level of a Insomniac Spider-Man. If it was, I would find it great. If we had more characters to play on story, I would find fantastic. But we are talking about a game that has, it will probably have a 80 to 90 characters. So yeah, we are not playing everyone. That was it. It was a bit longer than what I wanted, but there was a lot to talk. A lot of speculation, I know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. Bye bye.